Hello family, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Now this is a show for you, by you, with you, giving you a chance to tell your story. This is a platform for you to gain your voice back and to take power in your voice. So today in Your Voice with Palesa, I want us to talk about the bad, the good, the challenges, the everything of this industry called the acting industry. And of course I am going to talk about it because I am an actress myself. I have been acting for over 2 decades, if not 3 decades. Yo, I'm exposing my age. But then anyway, yeah, it's fine. So I really want us to talk about, the challenges of acting in South Africa. I don't want to talk about much of what I don't know, but I'm going to talk about my experiences as an actor, an actress in South Africa. I always say, hey, the term ebering, being famous and poor? Being famous and poor. The darkness, the dark world also of the industry that we are in. Guys, camera, lights and action, and we all come up and then we become beautiful, we are beautified. You get there on set, then there are lights, there are cameras, there are, everyone, the crew members, they're tough and they're all looking nice and everything. Hey, it's glamorous out there. And then you get to your makeup room, and in the makeup room you've got all these, makeup artists that will make you look beautiful. They will put, the best makeup on you, the lipsticks, the eyelashes, hey, and then you come there and say, hi, darling, and then you look all the part. But remember, that part, that is a role, that is not you. Because in the acting industry, it is not you who is like you person, Palesa. If they're saying you're going to act, in a certain role, they give you a character, you're going to be that character. So you've got a makeup artist that will make you look like the character. You've got a hairstylist that will also style your hair, and the expensive weaves and everything make you look to be that character. You've got the wardrobe as well, wardrobe department that makes sure that they dress that character. So basically, as an actor, it is not you. It is not like, I swear. Sometimes I would probably walk on the streets and some people would probably see me with my sneakers because I'm a sneaker girl, I wear my flops and I wear sneakers, but then people would expect to see what they saw on TV. But the truth about it is that it's like social media. What we do for you here, we actually are doing it for you. This is advertisement for us. We want to sell ourselves. We want to sell ourselves in a way that we're expecting you, or we want you to see us, if I can put it that way. If I'm here on Your Voice with Palesa, I know that I'm here because I want you to, hear my side of the story. But rather, I'm going to make sure that maybe I'm going to make myself up just like influencers. I'm going to first put my lipstick and my makeup and my hair. And then when I'm done here, I'm going to go back home and just relax and just probably put on my pajamas. And by the time when you see the post, or by the time you see us on TV, you're thinking, oh, they're living a life. They're living large. The funny thing about, the industry, or maybe, you can call it that. But I want to talk about how I started acting, how I got involved into acting, and how I ended up being here, and what I would call today being famous and poor. Because it is possible for you, yes, to make money in the acting space, but it is also possible to be famous and poor. A lot of artists out there, a lot of actors, especially those that started with us in 3 decades ago, 2 decades ago, most of them, if you can just see how they're living, it is sad. We are famous and poor. We are famous and don't have money. If you see us on TV now, just know that sometimes it is probably what you've seen, what we shot maybe 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and the channel will probably play repeats and repeats and repeats of what was paid 2-3 years ago. And when now you are seeing actors now, So anyway, before I get to that, let me give you my voice and my story of how I started acting, right? I think I was 16 years of age when I started, being introduced into TV. At 16 years of age, I heard there was a mama, Kosowetu Komfolo, her name nearly Mama Lilian Dube. Now that's my mom. I call her my mom because Mama Lilian Dube is the one that introduced me to acting. So I was 16 years old when I started appearing on TV. It was a school show. We were doing the school work and some educational something. But at least it was the first time that I appeared on TV. Yo! I'm telling you. I remember the first time that I started appearing on TV, I was still at high school. I became famous in school. Hey, I was the Palesa. I'm thinking, that girl is from TV, I was in a colored school in El Dorado Park, Vale. So I remember, when that program started playing, I think it was on SABC at that time. I'm telling you, I was the famous girl at school. I was taken serious. It just tells you, the perception of how TV can really change some people's minds about you, to say, now they're thinking, that girl is on TV. Maybe she's from a rich family. Maybe that girl, she's living large, or she's, whatever. So yeah. So anyway, that is how I first started acting. I remember taking a taxi, going to Mama Lilian, and I told Mama Lilian that I wanted to act. And Mama Lilian was like, oh, of course, she was like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so, you're smiling, and you're confident, because I was a very confident child, When I grew up, I was very confident. I loved dancing, I loved acting. I was already involved into dramas, the beauty contest and things like that. So yeah, that was, all about me when I was growing up. And I remember Mama Lilian was the one that took us into, as a youth, young kids, go Soweto, and put us, introduced us to the acting world. So then that's when, she started taking me to auditions, one audition after another. And of course, me being a confident young girl, that's when I was like, okay, fine. Then I started doing acting, Kobo Pamukate, Kobo Teens on a Tightrope on SABC One, and quite a few dramas here and there. That was my acting career. And then at the same time, that was when I also started going to theater looking for a job. You know what I mean? And then that's when I also got involved into acting. But the challenging part about it is that when you get a role on TV as an actress, you'll probably get a role. Maybe they'll give you, they said they'll be shooting for 3 months or 6 months contract. And on that 3 months, whatever, let's start with a 3 months contract. On that 3 months contract, and then you're going to get paid per call. Sometimes they call it per call. A call is called 1 day. Meaning you could be shooting 13 episodes, right? But in that 13 episode, you're gonna get paid per call. And in that call, maybe in a day, there's a possibility that you could be shooting maybe 3 or 4 episodes, or maybe they could even give you many scenes. They could give you plus minus 18 scenes or over 10 scenes to shoot in a day. So in that way, then they're able to cut your calls. So even if you're shooting for 13 episodes, in that episode, you will find that you only shot maybe 6 or 7 times. That is how they save money. And if you're shooting 6 or 7 times in that 13 episode, where now on that day, you could be shooting maybe many episodes or many scenes. Number one. So by the time the 13 episode plays, maybe on screen, on TV, that 13 episode can probably play for about 3 months on TV. Marawena, you shall have probably shot only 7 times. And if you shoot 7 times, let's say, for example, you get paid 5,000 a day. So maybe in that 13 episode, you shall have gotten paid 5,000 times 7, which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 35,000 rands only for a 13 episode. And the challenging part about it as well is that when that 13 episode plays, there's also a repeat which does not even pay you when they play those repeats. And the worst part about it is that even if that channel can sell that series or that telenovela wherever in Africa, when as an actress you are not paid. That's why, these our actresses today are fighting for royalties, to say, you can shoot in a scene, you can shoot, in an episode, in a telenovela or you can shoot in is it a soapy, but the production is the one that is only making money, because they have the power to take that production, that soapy, and sell it in other parts of the country, and sell it wherever, whether you can play that soapy can play in Botswana, that soapy can play maybe in the North Africa, or South Africa, wherever, but when you only get paid only for that role that you shot. So even if they repeat that soapy or that series, you as an actress are not getting paid. Right now, I'm going to make an example, right? I've got one of my guests that is coming, Glenn Gabela. Glenn Gabela is a renowned actor. He's a legend in actor. He started in the days of Shaka Zulu, and he's excited to come to The Voice. So you're going to hear more about it. Right now, I saw Glenn Gabela is appearing on Netflix. Shaka Zulu, the first Shaka Zulu, the main Shaka Zulu, is playing on Netflix right now. Right, and I was excited to see Glenn Gabela on Netflix because he was playing young Shaka. But Glenn Gabela, that Netflix that is playing Shaka Zulu at the moment, Glenn Gabela or maybe any other actors that played in that old Shaka Zulu, they are not making money. They shot and that's it, it's finished. The only thing they do now, these artists, they are appearing on TV. We are seeing them on TV. You are seeing Palesa on TV. You are seeing them being repeated. All these other actors, even if they decide to repeat that soapy, when as an actor, you are not making money. All you are doing now, all we can call you is what? You are famous, but no money. Hence, I am saying you are becoming famous and poor. There is no repeats. They do not pay for the repeats. They do not pay for royalties. Even if there's another channel, SABC, they say they do pay for repeats, but I personally applied for the repeats when they were playing repeats of another, I think, series that I did way back, and I saw them repeating that Pamukate over and over and over again. And when I applied for the repeats, you don't even get all the money. They will even pay you half of it. But they do not pay for the repeats. So most of our actors, you see them on TV being glamorous. You see them on social media, posting what they want you to see, what they're selling to you. They are all made up. We are wearing eyelashes. We are wearing makeup. We are wearing lipsticks. We are wearing weaves. But then you're sitting there and you are famous and you are poor. There is no money. Because you only shot 7 times in a 13 episode. That 13 episode that's going to be repeated and repeated over and over again. That 13 episode that's going to be sold in other parts of the countries. But when as an actor or actress, you are famous and poor. You will get a production, right? You will get a production, then they say, oh, okay, Palesa, come and shoot. And I'm like, okay, how many calls? And then they tell you, I'm sorry, we're only giving you 4 calls, like 4 calls. Now you're thinking, okay, hey, at least because I don't have money, I'm not working, that 4 calls is better than nothing. And you will take it. And you know why you will take it? Because if you don't take that 4 calls, somebody else will take it. There will be another person you are replaceable. If Palesa is not taking this character or this role, there will always be, there's a whole lot of us that are fighting for one role. If you can see, even in auditions, you cannot audition only one. There will always audition millions and thousands of us that are gunning for one role. So if you are not taking that role, they will give it to someone else. And sometimes you might say, hey, Palesa, we haven't seen you on TV for a while. And I can always say that maybe I can also answer and say, because I know my worth. But also knowing my worth is making me poor. Because knowing my worth and my value can also make me poor. Because now that means if I don't agree to this call that they want me to play, meaning the money that they're offering, that means if I don't agree to it, somebody else will take it. I'll say, for example, I know my worth, right? I'll just be open and say, not per call, I charge 10,000 a call. But then if they negotiate it, I will say, okay, fine, 7.5 a call. But now the worst is, because now there is so many of us that want this role, even if I negotiate the lowest that I can say, I charge 7,500 per call, They will say they only have a budget of 5,000 rands. And I'd be sitting, I'm thinking, 5,000 rands is small. I don't want to take it. But if I don't take it, there'll be somebody else that will take that 5,000 rands. That's why sometimes you're like, hey, but we are seeing a lot of people that we are seeing on TV or on acting roles. We are seeing a lot of influencers, because influencers, they will take that 5,000 rands. But trained actors, experienced actors, real actors are famous and poor. They are not making money at all. Why? Because most of the time is because they know their value, they know their worth, and because they know their worth, they will speak out. And if you speak out in the industry, you will get blacklisted. Some of us have been blacklisted. We have been blacklisted because I would know probably my rights. And if you speak out and say, no, I don't want this, I want that, this is what I'm worth. Number one is first financial. They will always tell you we don't have budget. Production houses will always tell you there's no budget. But if you see producers and executive producers and production houses, they're driving big cars. We have talented actors in Mzansi, talented actors, experienced raw actors. But because they know their worth, they become famous and poor. Because they've got a voice. Because they've got a voice, they're speaking what they know, and they say, I've got a voice, and I know my worth, I know what I want, I know what I come with, and I cannot be paid this much, I cannot be paid 5,000 rands a call. They will write you out, they will blacklist you. Not only will they blacklist you, but they will also stop you they will stop other production houses from taking you or from working with you. And remember, because they are all, the bosses, it is easy for them to really speak about you and say, don't work with this one, you will be labeled a prima donna, all because you know your worth, all because you know your value, and all because you know what you bring into the table. But you will be labeled a prima donna. And other actors will be asking, but where is so-and-so? Where is so-and-so? But no, they'll tell, that one, don't touch, don't work with that one, because that one is a prima donna. If you know your worth in the industry, if you know your value, you will be blacklisted. Some of us have been blacklisted. Some of us have been cut out. Because you know your worth. You know your value. You know what you bring into the table. And then they'll start saying, that one cannot act. That one, no. But it's not true. There's nothing like you cannot act. It's because you spoke out. It's because when you get to set, this is what how you need to be treated. Actors on set, most of the time, they are treated like trash. Don't see them going out there, they're all big, they're famous, people are asking for the autographs, signing autographs. Hey, I saw them taking pictures, selfies, what. That person that you're taking a picture with, maybe the child school fees is not paid. That person that you're probably asking for a picture, maybe the rent is not paid, or there's no food in the house. They are famous, but poor. We are famous, but poor. Because why? We speak out. Because why? We want, what we think we are worth. If I'm saying to a production, listen, to a director, I'm charging this much, and you still want to negotiate me, and still negotiate me even down and less, there'll be somebody else, an influencer, who will come and take that role. And now the even challenging part about our industry right now is that, most of the time they even take you as an actor, they take influencers more, because now they look at the following. Which is understandable. For them, it is business, right? They don't even care about whether you're an actor or you're a raw actor or experienced actor or talented actor. It is now about following. You go to auditions this time, and then they will tell you, how many followers do you have? I'm like, what does it have about, why is it about following? I'm an actor, I'm an actress, I know my worth. I trained from theater, I'm a stage actress. And then you want to ask me about following? So are you looking for following, or are you looking for, talent? But most of the time, we are seeing influencers here, because influencers is about following. As a businesswoman, I can still say, okay, maybe I understand that, because advertising want to pay more for, people who have followers. For advertising sake, people want those that have numbers, but that is a challenge. That's why when you see an actor out there, or maybe one of those old actors, or those that you've seen, back in the days of acting, don't laugh at them. It is sad on how they're living. The sad part is at the same time now you're even afraid to go out and even go to the shops or go out because people are going to laugh at you. Actors are going through depression because no, they don't have followers, they are not influencers. And the sad part is it's even worse for male actors in this day and age. It's worse for male actors because as a male actor you've got nothing even to prove. As a female actor, you can go out there and wear your lipstick and smile with the director. As a female actor, you can go out there, and probably some directors or some producers will ask you for a date, and some of them will even say, hey, sleep with me. That's what happens in the industry. Some of them will tell you to get a role, you need to sleep with me, you need to do this, you need to do that. But as a male actor, male actors are even going through more depression because now there's no one that says, give me something, I'll give you back. So you have to sit there and prove yourself and even take what you are not even worth, to an extent that they will even go down to even giving you peanuts, less than even 5,000 rands. You've been in the industry for even more than how many, maybe 2 decades, 3 decades, but when are you going to be there? You're going to accept even a rate that is even lower than even what you are worth. But yet they will take an influencer with million viewers and make that person and pay that person more because they know that with this one, she's got more followers. So the sad part about our industry is that even as a professional actor, as an experienced actor, you know what I mean, you go out there and they first ask you how many followers you have. Audacity. So now it's about followers. Now it's about influencers. So actors out there, experienced actors, are sitting there, they're poor. They're famous and poor. They don't even have cars. They don't have houses. They can't afford the rent. They can't afford the food in the house. But then now when you open your TV, when you open the channels, you are seeing them because now the movies and the series or whatever, the TV that have, the TV shows that are playing now, that are being repeated now, you see them on TV. You see them now. You open up your channel, you see them on TV. And when you see them go to Shopong, you want to take selfies. You want to say, hi, give me an autograph, selfie, So like at that time, we have to sit and pretend. When I'm sitting and pretending with you and giving you a smile, fake smile, at the back of my mind, there are mothers who are saying, hey, how patale pap geld. When people see you on TV, they think you've got money. When TV, and they don't know who those people probably shot, that scene or that show 2 years ago or 6 months ago. And even on that 6 months ago, like I said, that 13 episode that is playing for over 6 months, you only got paid maybe for 3 calls or 7 calls. And on top of that, even that call that you got paid for, it was even less amount that you are worth. So actors are famous and poor. It is sad. This is the industry that we are living in. It's all about followers now. It's all about who knows who. It's all about who's smiling with who. And most importantly, it's all about who likes you. Remember the other side part, Gori, as actors as well, we do not have the power, right, to say, I want to be in this film or in this role. I'll give you an example. When I was in one of the most watched soapies on SABC1. On SABC1, the challenge that I had, my character was written out. And my character, I believe my character was written out all because, I wasn't the favorite on one of the writers. Some writers, some people who make decisions up there, there are some people, especially women, that can be so jealous of you and just put you down and pull you down. The woman on woman hate or the pull down syndrome of other women. Sometimes if that's why some people you find people are like they will just it's like you become a puppy to them. You need to be over friendly with them so that they don't write you out. You need to bow down to them so that they don't write you out. You need to agree to anything to them because they don't write you out. So if you are in good relationship, maybe with the producer or the executive producer, then you're on the good books. You're on the good books. But if not, it's easy for somebody to say, aye, that one, we're going to write her out. And I know my character was written out because of some personal issues. Personal issues. So if you've got a writer as well who thinks she's got the power to write you out, all because, of maybe I would say jealousy or personal vendettas, who does she think she is? I'm a writer, I can write you out. Then you've got no power as an actor. And because when they're sitting in their production meeting, you are not there to speak for yourself. They are there, they will sit with the channel, and the production house will tell the channel how you're such a drama queen, how you're such a hard to work with. They will label it, she's hard to work with, she's a drama queen, this and this and that. And at that time, when you're not being called to say your side of the story. And unfortunately, if they want to write you out, then they will write you out just like that. At that time, you're not there, winner. So those are the challenges as well that you have as an actor, to say they are sitting there, they are making decisions about your life. So don't see us on TV or on screen like this and thinking, hey, guy, who is she? She's living large, she's famous there. No, this person is famous and poor. This person is famous. They're sitting there sucking somebody, somebody's, I don't want to say it, behind bam bam on YouTube. We are sucking so that they must write us in, so that they must give us jobs, and to an extent that even if they say, Palesa, we're going to give you 2.5 a call, and then you take it. So yes, Palesa has not been in your screen for a long time. For a long time. Because, yes, I was labeled to this. I was labeled that. And yes, I believe I was also blacklisted. But it's fine if you blacklist me, because I know my worth and I know my value. But anyway, it is what it is. People, the industry is not easy. So if you see, our old actors, that have been on the screen for a long time, don't laugh at them. Don't laugh at them. Right now, they are not working. There are no jobs. They are famous and they're poor. They can't even afford taxis. They can't afford food. Some of them can't even afford to take their children to school, because that's how bad the industry is. That's how bad the industry is. When it comes to the budget, they're always crying, there's no budget, there's no budget, there's no budget. And even when they say there's no budget, at that time, you haven't paid your rent for 6 months, so you will have to settle for even the peanuts that they're offering you. We only have 5,000 per call. We only have 2.5 per call. I've been in this industry for almost 3 decades, and you still want to, negotiate my fee? You still want to negotiate my fee? And at that time, as an actress, if I don't take it, I know somebody else is going to take it. So that's the sad part about the industry. I wish I can get to, especially about the drugs in the industry. But I really cannot talk about that because I haven't experienced it. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I've never taken drugs. But I do not know that there are also actors who have become so depressed that now they are also suffering because of drug abuse or alcohol abuse. And it's all because there's no work, there's no money. A lot of artists are actually even getting a divorce because there's no money. In our industry, it's as bad as that. There's no money in the house. When money goes down, obviously there's no happiness in the family, because a husband cannot provide or a mother cannot provide for the kids. A lot of them, famous actors, experienced actors, are sitting there homeless, carless, jobless, they're hungry. We are famous and we are poor. The acting industry in South Africa. No royalties. The government doesn't even, I don't even think that the government cares. And I'll tell you why I'm saying the government doesn't care. The challenge about, we are freelancers, right? And the challenge about being a freelancer is that you cannot even get, like you can't go to the bank and ask for finance or whatever, a loan, because number one, you do not have a stable salary. There's no stability. Like I said, if you're shooting a 13 episode maybe movie, whatever, you only get paid maybe for those 7 calls, and it is not stable, it is not constant like that. You'll probably get paid only for that 3 months, and after 3 months and then there's no job, and at that time that movie or whatever that you shot will play probably next year or in the next 6 months. By that time you're appearing on TV, you don't even have money. And by that time, even if you get, a lot of people are saying, but imali engaka, so and so uthi she got paid maybe 50,000 or 58,000. No, let me make you understand. Right? In that money that you get, you're getting that money only once. Let me tell you, it comes in big. Yes, you can be able to make that 58,000 in that movie, or maybe let's say you get a commercial. That commercial pays you about 20,000 or 30,000. So to people, they think, they sing the dots. Oh, so much, the zeros, so much money. No. But that money, remember, when it comes, yes, it's a lot of money. It comes once like that, but it came with you being in so many, like so much debts, number one. Otolo, you've been in your house, you haven't been paying rent for the next 3 months or the past 3 months or the past 4 months. And finally, in that 4th or 5th month, you get maybe a gig. That gig maybe pays you that 58,000 rands. Now with that 58,000 rands, you need to pay the past month's rental of 4 months. You need to pay people that borrowed you money, because every month you keep asking money. Hey, borrow me this, I'm gonna shoot this, borrow me that. So now you're already in so much debt, you're owing people money, and now that's why a lot of people are saying, hey, so and so owes me money, that actor owes me money, that actor borrowed money. And to them, it gives them, it gives them to say, hi, I borrowed Palesa money, I borrowed so and so who played in Uzalo money, I borrowed so and so. No. Yes, it's true, you borrowed money. At that time, it's because that actor doesn't have money. And by the time she gets that gig, or she or he gets that gig, now you're sitting thinking, you've got kids, you've got rent to pay, you've got a car, you need this and that. That's how you get to so many people that are so depressed. Or yes, this money comes and some actors are saying, hi, let me go and drink this money. But it is a sad part about the industry where you will get that gig that will only pay you that big for that time, but only when that time comes, just know there's so much debts behind us, so much that we have to pay behind us. By the time you even get to to that 58,000 rands, now all the money is even finished, even before you even buy yourself an underwear or a perfume or a roll-on. And that money, when it finishes, when next time that show is going to appear on TV, at that time you're sitting in your house, you're even scared to come out. You are so shy, you are so scared to come out, because now last night your face was on TV, was in a soapy, and when you get out there, they go Palesa and photo and selfies and all. At that time, I'm owing rent. All the money went to my debts. All the money is what. And if you take your Kaga Skoloto, if you take your Kaga finance, Ziasha, the bank is going to be on you. And the worst part is, now you have these people, inside the bank and even Libako Koti that are waiting for Nando's money, where they're going to sell your stories to the papers. Once they see your name, hey, Palesa owes her tomorrow. Sunday World will be on you, down and out. Down and out. Now the whole world is going to know, down and out. Now tomorrow they're going to write about you, they're going to blog about you, they're going to talk about you, they're going to laugh at you. And that's going to lead to what? Depression. A lot of artists are depressed right now. We are financially broke. We are called down and out. We are called famous and poor. It's not that we do not know how to manage our money or manage our finances, but at the same time, again, we also need to keep up. We need to keep up, because when we are invited, let's say for an appearance, now they saw you on TV, you played the role of Palesa who was made up beautiful, the hairstylist was paid for by the production, the makeup was paid for the production, the wardrobe was paid for the production. On TV, you looked the character, you looked nice. So when people invite you, they expect who? They expect Palesa wa TV. And at that time still, They are not expecting, oh, when are you going to come there? You don't even have taxi money or Uber money or money for food or anything like that. And they're thinking, oh, when you say no, for an appearance, I charge 15,000 to 25,000. How? She's so expensive. But even in that 25,000 rands that you're charging to go and speak or to go up here, you still need to do your hair. You still need to pay for your dress. You still need to, pay for the transport. It's a lot. So by the time, even if I charge you 25,000 rands, already 10,000 rands is gone because I need to buy a dress, a shoe, a makeup, and I need to do my hair and petrol. And I'm left with how much? So it is a challenge that people, when they see you, they expect to see what they saw on TV. They expect to see what you post on social media. And the truth is, some of us, we post because we want you to see or accept us the way we want to. Basically, we are selling ourselves to you. We want you to buy what you see. I'll tell you what I do as well. If I post sometimes, and if I want to look beautiful, if I want to post Kononia, I will put on my eyelashes, I will put on, my lipstick, I will filter and everything. After I finish posting, bye, you know what I mean? Like, okay, thank you. I will take out this dress, I will take out my eyelashes, and I will take out my hair, because I want you to see Palesa as the Palesa that, will probably you glorify, you will love. But if I come there maybe tomorrow without my extensions or without my eyelashes, now that means I'm opening up a space for bloggers to say, oh, she's down and out. But we are scared to even talk about our problems, as artists, as famous people. We are so scared because we know we will be labeled down and out, we will be written about, we will be talked about. Anything that we come, if you come raw to you like that, even our problems, we are even scared to talk about our problems. The relationship problems that we have, the problems financially, problems with our children, with our families. We are scared to come out. We are scared to even come out and say we are depressed. We are financially depressed. We are psychologically depressed. We are lonely. We are, right now it's even difficult to be in a relationship as somebody who's famous, because people are even scared to even, attach themselves to us. People are going to say, don't trend this. A lot of artists, especially female artists, they are depressed. We are depressed because we cannot even be in a relationship. You cannot even make business relationships, because people are scared to associate themselves with us because of the media. Because of the media. And when I say the media, I mean the tabloid media. Tabloids. Tabloids, bloggers. Because anything that will happen to us, they will write about us. Even if you get somebody that's genuinely loves you, but that person also have to think, your reputation, hey, Palesa udula trend. As much as I love this woman, I know, udula trend. And then what? It draws what? Now I feel rejected. And I don't only feel rejected now, I also feel worthless. And I feel like maybe I'll never be in love, I'll never get love, I'll never this, I'll never that. Because, when I meet people, they will always say, I am Otlon Trendis. And sometimes you even lose jobs because we're now Dulo Trender. Then advertisers also, the brands also don't want to associate themselves with you. At that time, you are not trending because you want to trend. You are trending because, maybe something happened and now bloggers will be about you. Bloggers will be all over you. I'll tell you the sad part that happened, I don't want to be mentioning my daughter too much, but I'll tell you what happened to her. The last time I remember, she was having an event, and when she was having an event, it was a women's event. My daughter always, she always hosts this. She's got a speaking event right now, Speak and Be Heard. And sometimes there was a time, Women's Month, she was organizing a women's event. And in that event, she worked so hard. She got the sponsors, to sponsor for the catering, the venue, and she was working hard. And at that time, unfortunately, her dad was trending. And when her dad started trending, one of the biggest sponsor in her event pulled out. it pulled out because the dad was trending. So basically she suffered because of who her parents are. And it was so painful to see that bigger sponsor pulling out all because of her dad's trending. That is also what we suffer as artists, as public figures. We suffer also because, you know, the bloggers are always there to always label us. The bloggers, or maybe the advertising as well, will also pull out because of, you know, the trending or maybe the tabloids. So being an actor, sometimes being famous, being a public figure can be very lonely. So don't always see us on TV and think we are smiling, we are happy, you know. We are always sometimes posting what we want you to see about us, but it can also be a very empty and a very lonely life. And it can lead to depression. It can lead to depression. How I overcame, how I overcome, I'll tell you one thing. It's because I've accepted Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior. It's because of the Christ that is in me. If it wasn't because of the Holy Spirit that is always giving me power, strength, if I was not holding on to the cross, I don't think I would have survived. I don't think I would have survived, you know, the trending. I don't think I would have survived the blogs. I don't think I would have survived, you know, being jobless, being unemployed. I don't think I would have survived. But I'm sitting here. I want to thank my family, my sisters, for always giving me support, for always making sure that I eat, for always making sure that I have roof. I want to thank, you know, my closest friends. The best thing that I could have done, that I'm doing, is that now I'm a person that speaks out. If I don't have anything, I speak out and I talk. You know, I talk and I speak out and I cry and I'm raising my voice. Hence, I'm here today. That's why I'm calling this show My Voice with Palesa. And I also want to thank Mupandi Studios for giving me a platform and the power to give my voice, to speak out. Because I realized, you know, sometimes you got to stand up on your own and make your own money. Because if you always depend on auditions, if you always depend on, give me a role, give me this, uzolamba, vuga artist, uzolamba. There's many ways, you know, you can make money. There's many ways that you can stand up. Don't even be ashamed to go out there and sell this and sell whatever. Right now, not to an extent that I ended up even selling clothes. I used to sell clothes. I'm just, my mind is made like that. I'm not a woman that just sits and do nothing. If I have to sell tissue, if I have to sell whatever, lipstick, if I have to sell eggs, I will go out there and sell, because I know that, you know, I've got children to feed. I've got a life that I need to live. Even if today I can say, you know, I am down and out, but I know I will not be down and out as long as I've got Christ and I've got, you know, my family. So today I'm here. I've got my YouTube channel. So I'm depending on you to like, to follow, to subscribe, to watch all the videos and everything, you know. So I'm here today because you are, and you are because I am. So thank you so much to my family members. Thank you so much to, you know, the people that are always, you know, I'm calling onto, and that are always supporting me. Thank you for the love. And of course, thank you to my ninja. My ninja. You know, this is a beautiful studio, I must say. You know, it's got all the quality lighting. I was even saying the cameras, hey, I want to learn the designer. You know, I'm dressed, right? Yeah. Like I said, no, this is not me. I am dressed like I said, yeah. I want you to see me like this, because yeah, somebody dressed me. So Voyos Hair Salon, VMT, artistry for my makeup, Kononia, and of course, Mupandi Studios, The Voice. Follow us.